little bit more traditionally, right? Like Inferno's a map we're going to be seeing the team just pushing in time and time again. Even FaZe, I don't think will be just running up banana or mid like 15 times out of all the 15 rounds they have here. But there's going to be FaZe starting on the T side, and now GODSENT on, some people might say, the more favorable side. We do have the smoke, nade, and a flashbang purchase of Crystal. No kits on the side of GODSENT. That's interesting because for FaZe, they have a lot of utility. They have Coulter and Nico, the two stars of the team with the smoke, a couple of flashbangs, a Molotov, and an extra smoke as well. And they're going to be coming and charging in. It's going to be Sticko opening things up, and a push from Rain and Bimas. They're going to find a couple of kills real quick.
And they're just going to continue exactly where they left off on Nuke. Very high pace, super aggressive, getting the bomb down within the first 25 seconds of the round. And now, as you said, it is a 3 versus 4 retake coming in from GODSENT. And as you pointed out, there is no kit available, not at the moment at least. Crystal with a smoke and a flash, maybe can give them some cover, much needed. Bimas in a good position here though with the Glock. He can find the first kill, that should be it. Rain gets it towards Maiden, and I think this is going to be it. This retake looks highly unlikely to happen for GODSENT. Rain finds another one with the USP, and he finishes it off with Coldzera now. FaZe Clan again, exactly as we were talking about, picking it up where they left it on Nuke. Super high pace, super aggressive, and a nice push in towards this big bomb site.
Yeah, this is different aggression though, right, Pimp? I mean, if you look at Nuke, that was more like just running in, hoping to get the trades going their way. This was much more methodical. They had the game plan in mind. It was fast, but there was a plan behind it. And for GODSENT, they're going to be feeling a little frustrated with that. Even the retake, they need to make it a little bit more quicker because they didn't have the kit. And of course, they got picked apart there one by one. Force by coming in for the side of GODSENT. They got a few nades in the hands of Madden, Zen, and Crystal. Sticko with the scout and the nade in turn from FaZe, doing so much damage to the Crystal and Zen. You see the 3 stack from GODSENT right now. They have placed 3 players towards the B side, but as time does slowly start to whittle away, we might see Zen slowly falling back, but no. He's going to be sticking on around. We just see 4 players of FaZe slowly make that 5 players inching their way towards B, and they're just going to be going for the hit here, Pen.
Yeah, that is quite questionable, but I guess you have to follow through with it. Bimas, Rain finding one each, and what was looking a bit dangerous for FaZe Clan all of a sudden looks like it's a walk in the park, a 5 versus 3 bomb down. It should be relatively easy for FaZe Clan to shut down this round. Now, I do agree with you, it's just blindly going into the bomb side. Again, if you're looking at Counter-Strike, if you're comparing a FaZe Clan to an Astralis, for an example, you can just see the difference in approach. FaZe Clan taking risk, taking gambles, but getting away with it because they have such strong individual players. Neither is necessarily right or wrong, dare I say, right? It's just 2 different ways of approaching Counter-Strike and 2 different ways at looking at Counter-Strike. And that's cool to see that some of the top teams out there are not all trying to copy each other. FaZe Clan playing super aggressive, taking big risk, but also getting the big dollar out of it when it works out. 2-0 for them, and a strong start to this game as well.
Yeah, the only complaint I believe we all had about that about the T side of Nuke was the fact that, well, they were running in and doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting things to change. And as we all know, that is the definition of insanity. But here it's different. Here, you know, it's Inferno, it plays out differently. And I like this from FaZe. It's kind of like a vulgar display of power, showing, trying to intimidate GODSENT into submission, showing that we are the better team, we have the better individual players, and we will completely dominate you. We will force you to play scared. And I think that's an interesting tactic because GODSENT, again, bear in mind, we've been talking about Bimas as a new player coming in for FaZe, but let's not forget for Farlig, it's his first time in this roster as well. He needs to find time to kind of feel comfortable in this lineup, and this could make things troublesome for GODSENT. You know, when the pressure mounts, whatever game plan you had in mind trying to take down FaZe, it could potentially fall apart. So I agree with you, Pimp. You know, this style in this map in particular could work out. And here comes a play again, but Sticko, blinded or not, he gets a kill, looking for more, but Nico and Rain, they deny him.
Farley as well, getting taken out by a grenade of Nico's, and again, GODSENT will have to give up before it even began. Dare I say, Crystal saving a USB, Maiden saving a Deagle, I believe it is, and at this point, there's nothing they can do to change the outcome of this round. As you were talking about before, the fact that FaZe Clan is practicing this new style, I'd say, especially on a map like Inferno, you know, being so aggressive, being so hyperactive, it's not always a good idea, but when you make it work, it is so frustrating for your opponent. So I can definitely understand why GODSENT already now, just 3 rounds into the game, maybe is a bit afraid of the fact that FaZe Clan is playing such a high-paced game. Nevertheless, they're going up 3-0. Question is, How many people are they going to survive this round? Nico finds another kill and combines with Bimas for the 5th one as well for the round. 3-0 for FaZe Clan. The money is looking super solid. GODSENT coming in with the first buy round of theirs now. And Nico again, he had a strong map on Nuke and he's starting off super strong here on Inferno as well. If I'm Nico right now, I'm feeling super comfortable coming into this half.
Oh yeah, he's feeling very good at the moment, and that is a scary proposition indeed. We do have, I hear some text in the chat, Pim. That could be a technical timeout getting called. So yeah, this round's going to be counted. We're going to be going for a technical timeout. Not too sure what's going on right now. Usually it's a TeamSpeak issue that seems to have been a problem right now, considering it's online Counter-Strike. But Pim, like going back, a number of years, and let's talk. That's a time when you used to be playing. Let's be real. It's been much lesser technical timeouts than we've had in, let's say, 2014 to 15. Right? Yeah,
it's a joy. Back then, there was a timeout all the time, and I think we resolved this one quickly as well as we're about to go into the game. But you're definitely right. Back then, we could easily play a best of 3 over the course of 5 or 6 hours, and that was not always fun to be part of. So good to see that the production team behind this DreamHack tournament is able to solve it relatively quickly. We're back into the game straight away. FaZe Clan up 3-0, and as I said before, GODSENT with the first buy round in the game. Farley on the AWP, has a smoke, has a flashbang, so still a bit of utility to work with. FaZe Clan as well going for this banana control, and I think that's where we have to see the first fights occur on the banana. Who's going to win out that battle?
Yeah, it's going to be all about banana control. I know it's an off-coded cliche, so to speak, and a banana control. You've heard it so many times throughout the entire lifetime of Counter-Strike as a franchise, if you ask me. But it's one of the facts. It's one of the tenets of Counter-Strike when it comes to this map. It's all about the banana control. And the GODSENT this time, I like what they're doing. They're keeping the T's at bay. And interesting, it's going to be BMAS who's going to be the one holding the line towards Banana Rain. Going to be peeking out, but the double peek comes in from GODSENT, and he finds 2, and no trade comes in the way of FaZe, and that's going to force him back towards the B bomb side, where Crystal and Madden are holding the line.
Now let's see what FaZe Clan has in store for us. There's still a decent amount of utility left. BMAS with a smoke, the same with Brokey. The 2 youngsters are going to be the players who's going to smoke up the A bomb side. Switching back and forth with the guns as well. Not really sure, and I think that's what you saw right there in the game was maybe one of the players unsure of where to aim for the smoke. And again, at this level, it shouldn't happen. But still, a new guy into a new team. There's going to be a lot of small nuances in the game that's not going to work out. Nonetheless, CT Spawn gets smoked. Cold0 finds the first frag towards Farley. Second frag on Maiden as well as up to Kristen to defend this bomb side. All of a sudden, we have a 3 versus 3. It was looking super solid for GODSENT, and now they're forced into a retake scenario. Bomb hasn't gone down just yet. Smoke is about to disappear as well. Cold0 has to be fast. Question is, does he get this bomb plant? He does. Crystal jumping in, goes down to BMAS. I don't know what the hell is going on right now. Brokey with an AWP has to defend this bomb site, finds the frag towards 10. And now all he has to do is stay alive, buy some more time if he can. Stuko trying to find him, hiding behind the pillar, and that's going to be a tough retake. No kit either, Blur.
Yeah, Sticko, one of the more tenured players. You're almost gets the kill onto BMAS with Brokey with the AWP. He's not missing much right now, is he? 4-0 for FaZe Clan. This is where GODSENT probably called for a timeout.
Yeah, look at that shot. Look at that shot from Cold0. Once again, showing why he was considered to be the best player in the world in the old days. He's been stepping it up as of lately. On Nuke, he was playing super well. That entry right there, that is the defining factor in this round. That is the reason why FaZe Clan even has a chance of picking it up, now making it 4-0. Another big missed opportunity by GODSENT. And at what point, Blur, do you start to worry for the Swedish own squad?
Now, I start to worry right now. This is where things can spiral out of control. Look at the money. Look at the money on the side of FaZe already. 4-0 up, and you have BMAS and Brokey on 7 and 8K, Nico and Rain on $5,000. That's already starting to spiral out of control, and this is just the upgraded pistols coming in for the side of GODSENT. BMAS being the kind of like the passive lurker, just holding the flanks, making sure no one's pushing in. And if he starts to pop off in confidence, Pimp, then this is a dangerous looking FaZe right now. Cold jumping up, catches then. It's all in Crystal, and he's going to meet his maker. 5-0 for FaZe, a flawless round in that anti-eco. And now GODSENT, this buy is going to be coming in. I would love to see attack timeout right now for Devilwalk to talk things through before they go for this, but I think they already have a plan in mind.
I think you're right. At least they should have a plan in mind, and I think we once again have to look towards the new Danish addition to this GODSENT roster, Farley. He was playing so well in the Road to Rio tournament just a few weeks ago with Copenhagen Flames. Now made the switch into GODSENT, and so far Hasn't been the best debut for him, of course. Going up against FaZe Clan in your very first match with a new squad, that's not easy. Bimas as well, he's gonna burn to death right here. That's not lucky for the new player right here, and I guess the rookies are getting a taste of what it's like being a real professional, dare I say it, at least on this level. Sometimes you gotta be ready for a lot of stuff. FaZe Clan, once again, they want to explode in towards this bomb site. Stuko getting caught out with a smoke. Stays alive. Nope, goes down to Cold Zero. Sin as well. Rain takes him out, and it's the pace coming out of FaZe Clan right now. No matter where they go, no matter how fast they do it, it always catches GODSENT off guard. They got the first kill Blur, and then all of a sudden, everything fell apart.
Yeah, I mean, what do you say about that? I mean, look at this. They like you said, they get Bimas right there. You can see his corpse lying on Banana. And the remaining 4 players, they get the bomb site, they get 4 kills. And guess what? They take 3 points of damage. Let me reiterate that. They take 3 points of damage on Cold Zero. That's how easily to take the bomb site. And this is a very worrying sign for GODSENT. Yeah, they're going to get the max loss bonus coming into the next round, but considering it's going to be just 3,400, it's still not going to be enough for a good buy. We might be seeing a few upgraded pistols, some Kevlar, a little bit of utility, and they're going to try and work around this Madden's M4. But it's already starting to crumble here, the CD side for GODSENT, 6-0 up for FaZe. And this take from FaZe, this is just clinical. It's like a heated, I don't know, a katana through butter. Just like easily just cleaving open the A bomb site.
It's starting to look like the FaZe Clan we knew back in 2017, at least in 2018 as well, when they were having the big period where everyone was afraid of playing FaZe Clan. The individual skill back when Kerrigan was on the lineup, Nico playing well. It's just a hard machine to stop, dare I say it. And the pace they're putting on right now, it's incredible tough for GODSENT to deal with it. Our new roster, as we talked about, Farley haven't had much of a success, but it's not his fault. It's more the team that's not able to deal with it. Cold Zero fighting another frag towards Zen this round. Should be relatively easy though. Not a lot invested by GODSENT, and as we can see, Farley goes down as well. Placing on a legendary 007. I mean, maybe it's a little bit rough to point out right here, but it's fun still, isn't it?
Yeah, Farley, I mean, welcome to the big leagues. That's all I can say. Well, to be sure, I mean, it is his first game. Really can't count first game with this lineup, and he's only really had a taste of the top tier Counter-Strike very recently, right? He really hasn't done that much in the past. It's only his recent success in the side of Copenhagen Flames has really put him on the radar for a lot of people. But facing off against a FaZe like this, who have just thrown caution to the winds, who are just like steamrolling you right now, that's got to be a scary proposition. I don't really want to point things out. Hopefully, he does wake up. But bear in mind, even Madden and Frolic, both of them have yet to get off a single kill yet. And ironically, you can see our man Bimas having a hell of a time already. I think he's sitting around 10 kills already early on, and he already cracked the 20-figure mark on Nuke. So, sorry, he's on 6 kills, but still, like when everyone else is doing the fragging as well, there's so much you can do. I think Bimas is off to a great start. He looked shaky initially. You saw the way he's playing ramp on Nuke. Initially, he was very tentative, a little scared here and there. But then, when he started getting the frags, he just woke on up. That T side was phenomenal, and now he is looking very solid indeed here.
He sure is. And maybe about now we get to see the first timeout of the game coming out from GODSENT. We have a little fun fact on the screen, Blur. GODSENT have 8 kills, so do Cold Zero and Rain. That's not a great statistic right there.
Yeah, that's rough to see, isn't it?
It is. What do they have to do, right? Because it feels like, to me, it feels like GODSENT, they are just getting overwhelmed by the pace coming out of FaZe Clan. So how do you deal with that? Well, you use all your utility, all your smokes, all your grenades in the beginning of the rounds, and then you'll just have to bank on the fact that you can hold them off until the fact that they comes in and execute. But it doesn't seem like they have the confidence in that. So they're still trying to fight towards Banana. They're still trying to fight towards middle. Do you think that's the right approach by GODSENT, or do they have to take a step back and just make sure not to get overrun?
I feel like they could do a little bit of re-aggression, like, you know, they go for the initial deals, force FaZe to expend a little bit of utility, right? Don't use too much of your own as well. This is good, but that nade, a chunky nade on the crystal. So that smoke's going to keep the mid-bay for a while. Now you have control of Banana, and this is what FaZe is so good at, the pace being steady. Look at where Rain is. He can catch Zen off guard, and gonna be Zen though peeking in, right eye peek, coming in favorably for Zen. It's much better for them. They get the opening pick, but we've seen what happened earlier. When they got an opening kill, it still got overrun. This is good from GODSENT, though. They have Banana control. They have 4 players towards the A bomb side, heavy presence towards brackets as well. And now FaZe, with a minute on the clock, they have to fight for a little bit more real estate. And we can see that happening. They're slowly trying to reclaim Banana. What I would love to see right now, Pimp, is Crystal and Madden working in tandem and trying to re-aggress towards Banana and potentially try to get a pick. Unfortunately, I say that, and you are right. They have no utility remaining on the B-bomb side, not even a single flashbang to work with. So now they have to sit on the sides and hope the crossfires work out, and that's where FaZe, they thrive in those scenarios.
They should, right? But as said, that's the direct consequence of using all your utility in the beginning, and that's the question I tried to pose to you. Do you think that's a good idea? By the looks of it so far, they are in a prime position to win the first round of the half. Farley with the AWP now. Maybe he can get the first kill. We'll have to wait and see. There's only 15 seconds left. The flash comes out. It's going to be an explosion out of AFs. We don't get to see it right here. Farley gets a kill towards middle. Nico finds one towards Chiku as well, and then looks like the bomb is going down right here from FaZe Clan, and we now have ourselves a 2 versus 4. A smoke in the hands of Nico. He can smoke off towards Arch. He will do that. Then it's up to Brokey and him to see if they can find the kills. 4 versus 2. GODSENT, they haven't had a better chance to win a round so far.
Yeah, this is the best opportunity they've had in forever. And it's all going to come down. Again, it's going to be Nico and Brokey. These two have been so phenomenal together. Brokey with the off looking towards Library, but now it's all on him, and this is rough, especially when AWP is going to switch to the Deagle though, and he's going to try to catch Madden dropping down mid-air, but GODSENT, they finally get around on board to pick up the AWP as well, and more importantly, they keep 4 players alive, Pimp. Now, that was a little close to comfort, but now, if they can't string a couple of rounds together without hemorrhaging too many players, we could potentially, now this is me being very optimistic, but we could potentially still have a game on our hands.
Hopefully we got a game on our hands. I think FaZe so far have been playing some stellar Counter-Strike. They're picking up the pace again. We saw it on Nuke. It worked out in the end on the T side. Got the W, and now coming into Inferno, it's just been super solid from FaZe Clan, both on an individual level, but also the way they're approaching the game as a team. Everyone seems to be on board that they need to play aggressive. So does GODSENT though. Farley and Stuku combining for an aggressive down towards middle. Didn't work out. Bimas as well, ready forward. And he gets his 7th kill in the round, so definitely not the start GODSENT would hope for. Some more aggression towards Banana. Can't find that kill either. Bimas as well, just punishing GODSENT left, right, and center right now. He's been super well playing today so far. I think he can be proud of his debut 9 rounds into this Inferno game as well. Refrag from Maiden gives them maybe a bit of a chance to get back inside this round. But with 43 HP, 3-man against 4, it looks already now super, super rough for GODSENT.
Does indeed. And this is the heartbreaker, right? You win in such a crucial round, you keep 4 players alive, you treat 2 AWPs as well, and now you're a man down. Frolic and Madden and Zen have so much work to do. Madden with a crucial kill on the BMAX, almost called him BMAX there. And now coldzera. If you can find Frolic, this is the round done. It's all about timing. It's all about what's going to work on that. coldzera hasn't made a sound yet. It's slowly going to be falling by. He's running away now. And I think Frolic might have heard a couple of footsteps. And that might be sending Madden over towards that B bomb side. If Zen gets taken out, this could be it, but they might not be expecting him to be holding this angle. He can easily find a couple of kills, finds one, looking for more, and it's going to be Madden, in fact, who gets the kill onto Nico, leaving it all on Brokey. Tech 9 in hand, he gets a dink in, he gets a kill. 18 seconds on the clock, bomb dropped. He still has to pick that one up. He's going in for the kill, offbound. He's looking for the frag. 13 seconds, but in the smoke, Madden's going to no-scope him, and that's going to be GODSENT winning the round. That looked very scary, Pim, but somehow they hold on.
Yeah, a great start by Bimas towards middle and also towards Banana, punishing both the aggressive players, coming in from GODSENT. Madden though finding kills with his AWP, a 4 kill in the round. Get to see all of them right here. That was well played by him. And as you said, that's all it takes. A few rounds in a row, and all of a sudden you can start to believe that GODSENT can fight their way back into this game. It is Inferno. It is the CT side they're playing right now. It's not an easy side, not an easy map, especially not as a new team, but they can get away with 6, maybe 7 rounds. I think we have a 50-50 game on our hands. Nico getting caught off guard right here by Crystal. And that is exactly what we need to see. The opening duels is starting to go the way of GODSENT, and that's going to put on some extra pressure towards FaZe Clan.
Yeah, it's a little late, but, well, better late than never, as the old adage goes. And FaZe now opting to pressure towards the apartments area. They have 4 players from GODSENT here. It's an interesting decision by GODSENT, if you ask me, Pim. They have the 1 player towards B, that's Crystal, and he's playing all the way. Oh, that's brilliant. That is just brilliant. The bait jump from BMAS and Brokey, he's not going to miss those. Oh man, if I'm mad and I'm feeling frustrated and angry right now. Sticko not able to get the trade, and it's gonna be falling on back. Lovely stuff, but I love his re-aggression from Frawley. He misses it. He spots too many players. He finds one, but broke him with a trade. But Zen with a double trade in return, and all of a sudden it's turned on its head, and it's in the hands of coldzera in a 1v3.
Trying to get out of apartments, it didn't work out. Sen finds his third kill in the round, and what a hold that was from the Finnish player. Farley a little bit unlucky with that first shot. Did some good damage control, got the second one, and allowed for Sen to get these 2 kills. Right here you see it. Fantastically done by the Finnish player from GODSENT, and that's 3 rounds in a row now from GODSENT. And again, at what point do we think that FaZe Clan needs to take a timeout? And if not to slow down the pace, at least to maybe stop the momentum coming in from GODSENT, as we see Farley being taken down to 70 HP by his teammate. Not the greatest start for him right here. He's having a rough time right now. Goes down as well towards Banana. Crystal finds the refresh towards Nico. Finds another one on Rain. German in-game leader has been super well playing towards Banana so far in this game. Starting to find some success. 2 rounds in a row now, and maybe this is where FaZe Clan needs to slow it down a little bit. The pace is not working, it's not surprising anymore. So what's plan B? What's the next step?
Plan B is, well, from what we've seen from FaZe, is continue to hold W and kill everyone in their path, right? That was a great hold from Crystal, like you pointed out, a German in-game leader. And speaking of Germans and nationalities, I think we have 10 nationalities in the server right now. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we have 10 nationalities, and if we count the 2 coaches, we have 12 of them in the server at the moment, which is, it's wild. It's truly globally offensive.
It is truly global offensive, and it's the new era of Counter-Strike. It started roughly 5-6 years ago with the first international teams, and that was actually FaZe back then called G2, if I'm not mistaken, or something along those lines. Kinkwin, I can't remember it. And now they became the FaZe Clan Mouse Sports, another team that is doing well internationally speaking. Player who's not doing too well right here, that's Maiden. Or Madden. Not sure why he wanted to go for that peak. Great kill though by Bimmers. He's been having a strong T side so far on Inferno. Now FaZe Clan, they're regrouping back towards the B bomb side. Only 1 player left defending. Question is that going to be enough? Crystal has had a good round so far. The rotations are slowly but surely coming in from GODSENT, but I don't think they'll be there in time. Crystal sitting on the bomb side. He has to get at least 1 kill in order to make it possible for his teammates to refrag right here. Sticko going for the duel.
Oh no.
Crystal going down to coldzera, and now what was looking like a round that was going in the favor of GODSENT all of a sudden looks super, super rough. A kit on both Sen and Crystal's hands, so is Sticko, but they have to find 3 kills and defuse the bomb.
I felt like Crystal didn't have to peek there. Sticko was doing a great job playing distraction, you know, and all the attention and teams were on him. He could have prevented the bomb from getting planted, but he peeks, he gets taken down, and now it's going to come down to Zen. He finds one, trade comes in the form of the Bimas, and it's all on Sticko. coldzera is going to deny him. FaZe, they get to 8 rounds, and more importantly, the money. It's not terrible for GODSENT. I do believe one of the players can get dropped, but after this fight, they're going to be pretty much almost broke, Pimp, and that's going to, if they lose this round, the upcoming round, that's going to allow FaZe to go on another tear and get to potentially even 11 to 12 rounds. It's nuke all over again, pretty much.
It is. That being said, though, FaZe Clan do not have a lot of money in the bank either. If they do lose this round, they can potentially buy, depending on how the round plays out, bomb plants and all that kind of stuff. Doesn't matter, though, because Maiden, he's going to be aggressive towards Banana. Find 2 kills, 1 on Nico, 1 on Bimas. And there we go. Great start by him. We saw it on Nuke as well. All of a sudden, he just stepped it up, took 2 entry kills, and single-handedly won a round for GODSENT. Good to see he still got it in him. A bit unfortunate for Bimas. I was just about to say he's been playing so well so far. Maiden goes for the 4th kill as well. Does he get an ace? Nope. coldzera says no, denies him the ace, but that was a very well-played round by Maiden. coldzera, 1 versus 4. We've seen him done it before, Blur, but let's be honest, most likely not gonna happen this time around.
Yeah, not gonna happen at all. You see Sticko already pushing up towards
that.
drains. No, it's not gonna happen, Pim. Let's be real here.
Okay.
There we go. But yeah, Madden, great hold from him, 4K. I kind of wish he even got that ace. That could have definitely helped his morale a little bit. He's been struggling, especially towards that Archer area.
And look at the money now from FaZe Clan, right? They don't have enough to buy up if they want to go for a full buy. 3 of the players have enough money, 2 of them don't. So, as you were pointing out so correctly just before, had GODSENT lost that round, it would have been the different way. But now that FaZe didn't win, they are starting to struggle with the money. But that is also part of the story in this game. That is the first, dare say, eco FaZe Clan is having 12 rounds into the game. So they've been in pretty much money control throughout the entire game so far.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I do agree with you. Like, you know, FaZe, the money not looking great. I like what they've done. They haven't gone for the full commit. They've just gone for the upgraded pistols, you know, a little couple of smokes, a flashbang. And it seemed like they're heading towards this A bomb side where we do see the two C's rotating over. Are they going to reach her in time is the question. Crystal, perfectly timed smoke, keeping them at bay, but it's completely blinded. And it's going to be off with his head. A French Revolution all over again as Rain is going to decapitate him. Sticko replies back with a nade of his own. Coldzera barely alive, internally bleeding out 6 HP. Rain looking for more, but Sticko and Zen, they're going to stem the bleeding for now. And it's all on Nico and Coldzera to somehow make something happen. And that looks very unlikely then.
It's so good to see GODSENT showing some resilience, showing FaZe Clan that despite them being run over in the first beginning of this half, they are standing tall still. They're making a fight. And now Nico, of course, one of the best players in the world with the Desert Eagle in hand. We've seen him done crazy stuff before, but this time around, nothing is going his way. Another nice round by GODSENT, putting the score to 8-5. We still haven't seen a timeout coming out from FaZe Clan, so they must feel relatively confident in the game plan still, but do you think that's enough? 8 rounds on the T side on Inferno with a new player on the roster. Is that going to be enough for FaZe Clan, or are they looking towards 9 or 10?
Oh yeah, they're obviously looking for more, right? But as we do enter the penultimate round of this first half, they have the full buy coming in as well. And I don't think anyone's going to be ecoing into the final round, win or lose here. There's going to be another force buy coming out, even if GODSENT win or FaZe wins this round. But yeah, I do agree. I think they'd be even more happy if they get a couple more rounds. But even 8 rounds, I think they've done their job. I think it's been a great half already from FaZe. But considering the lead they had, Pimp, if they kind of like allow GODSENT to kind of come back into this one, it's going to be very rough indeed. But those 2 kills are massive. And now it's all on Sticko. 1v3 all alone in the bomb side. He's going to find one, but he isn't spotted out. He's going to do the smart thing, tosses in the nade, and it's going to take a chunk out of Nico. Bomb dropped as well. They got to pick it up. And this is so well played by Sticko. But Rain, his little spider sense tingling, but is now left in a 1v2.
The Norwegian player will have to do it all by himself. Not aware there's a player towards Arch, or is he? Checking towards CT spawn, he could catch a player right here, and he does so. Nice by Rain. Puts it in a 1 versus 1. There's a player towards middle. I don't think he knows where he is. And now he does. Sticko goes for the duel. Doesn't get the kill. Rain charging in and finds the kill. An amazing clutch coming out from the Norwegian player. I gotta say, GODSENT, rounds like these, you cannot give them up. Of course, it is so very well played by Rain, but you're in a prime position to almost make the game even, and you give up what essentially is a 1 versus 3 to Rain. Nicely done by him, though, going for the duel, showing no remorse whatsoever, full of confidence, getting the 9th round on the board and putting the money on GODSENT in the bunkers. Not looking good here for GODSENT. Still an AWP on Farley, but 2 players will have to do with a Deagle. Aggressive towards middle again. It didn't work out the last time for Sticko. Does it now? Yes, finds the first kill, gets instantly trade back by Brokey, and we got status quo 4 versus 4. This game is hectic. This game is all over the place.
Indeed it is, and I love the pace being set by FaZe here. They know where the AWP is, and it's going to be on Frolic. He finds a nice little flick onto Rain, and now they're trying to pressure him. Backup has arrived, though. 3 players now on the bomb side. Now, if Brokey gets the kill onto Crystal, they're going to be heading over to the B bomb side, as Nico's going to find one. Frolic's still alive with the AWP. He knows where the player is, right on the smoke. It's Nico, the veteran, hunting down the player Brokey. If he can find Crystal, this could be massive. He's looking for him. He sniffs him out, but he's not able to find him yet.
Still plenty of time to work around here for Nico. Heading down towards middle, well aware that Crystal could be sitting right here. Finds the kill as well. Nice headshot by Nico. That's going to open up the round one more time. 50 seconds left. Sen with an M4, Farley with an AWP, and they're deciding to split up. You can see on the minimap right here that not playing it together, and that could potentially be dangerous, but at this point, you got to gamble. Sen had a great half so far. FaZe Clan moving in towards this B bomb site. Does not find the first kill. Goes down to Brokey. Now Farley has to retake the bomb site. Does not have a kit in hand. Do not have any sort of utility left in the bank. All he has is armor, AWP, and a knife. Question is that going to be enough against Brokey and Nico? I doubt it, but now will be the time to come alive for the Danish player who's had a rough start to his GODSENT career.
Yeah, I mean, clutch a kick, right? But I don't think this one's going to happen here. Nico waiting patiently. I don't even know how they managed to kind of dig themselves out of that hole. That looked like GODSENT had that round in the bag. But you were saying, Pimp, are 8 rounds going to be enough? Maybe not. FaZe get 10, and that's massive indeed.
It sure is. We'll have to figure out whether or not it's enough straight after this break.
face without any name, a hero wrapped in shame, a soul that is rejected by a world of judgment. And now the sun begins to fade, will the moon ignite my flame? A symphony of everything I wish could change. So I'm making a final win. No more sorrow. In my dreams I couldn't be anything. Do we understand the suffering we
Now, this will be do or die time. FaZe, they ended up winning the first map on Nuke. If they get 6 more rounds in this game, it will be game over. They will walk away with victory. GODSENT moving over to the T side. They have to make a comeback. That, I would say, at the time being, is highly unlikely. FaZe Clan is playing some solid Counter-Strike. Well, let's see how this pistol is going to pan out. Blur, take it away.
Yeah, well, Brokey and Nico now going with the utility buy, taking 1 for the team. Each a smoke and a couple of flashes. Brokey with a kid. That is something which GODSENT didn't have earlier, if I'm not mistaken, which was why they lost that their pistol round. And on the side of GODSENT, a bit of utility in the hands of Crystal, a Molotov and a smoke. That's about it. A couple of decoys. Maybe they're going to try and fool the players on the FaZe side with those, but I don't think that's going to be really happening here. They are setting up. Seeing a couple of decoys here, and that's not going to make FaZe budge from the positions. It is going to be Nico and Rain has been phenomenal in the pistol so far, Pimp. Maybe they walk on in. This could be an absolute slaughter here.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. There's still 50 seconds left in the round. Looks like it's going to be this execute. Nico standing in a good position, though. If he can find the first one, cannot quite connect it with the USP. Has a flash, goes in. Rain finds one. Can he find more? He cannot. Now it's up to Nico to defend the bomb site. Has to get more than one, I'd say, if you want to get successful out of this one. Farley gets a nice kill with the Glocks, finally stepping it up, and now it's a 3 versus 4 retake. Brokey, the only player with a kit available attached to his name. He's going to be vital in this retake, but seems highly unlikely that FaZe can walk in and win this one. Cold0, though, has had a strong game so far, strong series overall. He's going to be much needed as there's only 2 players left.
Yeah, especially with Bimus getting dropped there. I think there should be the call for the save, but Cold0 is not quite done yet. He wants to pad his stats a little bit more, getting down to 1 point of health, and he will try to escape as Brokey just sniping everyone down with a P2K, but in the end, Farlig is there to clutch that one out, although it was a little bit too late for FaZe anyway. For GODSENT, finally, something going their way. They win the pistol, very convincing take coming out from them. Unfortunately, Nico not able to get any kill. If he got the 1 frag there, I felt that retake could have been much more feasible for FaZe Clan. But of course, the force is going to be coming in for FaZe. You have the scout in the hands of Brokey, Deagles all around on the side of FaZe Clan. And a number of smokes as well. 5 smokes and 8 in a flashbang. No kits for any of the other players. And for GODSENT, of course, it's going to be the MAC-10s, the Galil, and the Soul Automat Kalashnikov in the hands of Farlig, of all people.
Yeah, that's a great round. That's a good nade by Rain, though, doing a lot of damage towards the GODSENT players. Question is, are they going to go for the same strat as FaZe, just running in towards the bomb side? They are. They're going to be successful with it as well. So were FaZe in the first half, and Nico cannot find anything through the smoke. Or can he? Failed to smoke towards CT spawn, left that gap open, but none of the players are exposing themselves, unfortunately. That's going to be a say round here for FaZe Clan. Probably the smart decision, considering they invested a lot into this round. Rain started off well with a good grenade towards Banana, but couldn't follow it up with a kill. And GODSENT, they're trying to steal off a page from the FaZe Clan playbook, just being super fast, super aggressive, and just basically bulldozering their way in towards the bomb side of B. Good start for them, and it's very important they convert this round after winning the pistol. All of a sudden, Blur, we have a game on our hand.
I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I see a little too early, if you ask me, because,
okay,
yeah, they win the pistol round, and I like this from them. The aggression, giving FaZe a taste of their own medicine. And for FaZe, smart call from them. They want to save those, the Kevlar and the Deagles and whatnot. So that means GODSENT, they're not going to be expecting a full eco now, right? They have to take this one a little bit more safe as well. So, yeah, they get to 8 rounds. And then FaZe have the bye. And call me a naysayer, call me a negative Nancy Pay, but I feel like FaZe is just going to continue what they've been doing so far on both Nuke and on the T side here. We're just going to kind of like steamroll gods and just kind of suffocate them on the CD side. But still, that remains to be seen. That's just me hypothesizing how it's going to play out. We still have to see how it's going to really play out, though.
Yeah, I definitely follow that line of thought, but problem is that Inferno is not really a map that allows for that kind of aggression on the CT side. If you get shut down towards Banana or in middle, well, you can't really be aggressive anywhere else. So maybe FaZe Clan will have to play defensively at some point, and that's when we have to test whether this new iteration of FaZe are also able to do that. That being said, though, of course, we'll have to wait and see till the first real buy round comes in. GODSENT have decided to slow down the pace, slowly but surely, taking some map control, making sure not to take any unnecessary duels or any high risk right here. They are well aware that FaZe Clan is still alive with 4 players from the last round of 3 players, that is a scout and 3 players with armor. That can be dangerous, especially when you have Nico on a Deagle finding the first frag towards Crystal. And I'm not sure why Crystal wanted to go in there by himself. There was no potential refrag at all from his teammate right there in that position. And now Nico defending the B-bomb side alone, but we've seen him done that before. 2 players are moving in. Nico going for the second one. Can't quite connect it. Farley takes him down, and what for a moment looked a bit dangerous, stabilized real quick for GODSENT. In prime position to take their 8th round of the game.
Yeah, but looking very, very, very confident indeed for now. But still, like I said, early days, Madden, a little careful there. Nice little flashback with Dicko, the savior, as coldzera doesn't go down without a fight. A couple of shots can be ringing out, and to be honest with GODSENT, this is just the SMGs to be lost, right? They still have that all the guns retained from the previous round. coldzera still being quite a problem indeed. Finally, he will fall. There's money in the bank for the SMG carriers, and that should be the round here. You're going to get to round number 8. And for GODSENT, this is a real test. We're going to be seeing the buy coming in from the side of FaZe. We're definitely going to be seeing Brokey with the AWP, the rifles, and all these players. Now, what I'm curious to see, we saw where Bimas was playing for for FaZe on the CD side of Nuke, and he was playing the Olaf's role towards the ramp area. What do you think he's going to be doing on Inferno this time around?
That's a good question. I would assume with the limited time they've had to practice that he'll have to take over Olaf Meister's role as we get to see the Deagle action in this game transpire. That was nice kills by both Nico and coldzera, but wasn't enough. You're right, it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to be used on this CT side. For now, it looks like he's heading over towards the A-bomb side, and that's kind of what we expected, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, might as well. You know, you really haven't had the time to really work with him, you know, build around him. So right now, just going to play with what's working for you and force him to play the role that you've assigned him. And to be very honest, I think he has so far passed with flying colors so far. He's been looking very solid indeed.
He sure has. I completely agree with that. There's no doubt about that. The problem for GODSENT in this round, just to nerd it out a little bit with you guys, is the fact that they've had to play with the Mac-10 and the Galil. Of course, you do not want to upgrade from those weapons in order to keep money in the bank should you lose the round. But when you look at the 2 buys isolated, FaZe Clan is having a much stronger buy this round. An AWP and 4 M4s going up against, a Galil, a Mac-10 and 2 AKs, as well as an AWP isolated. Looking at the 2 buys, FaZe Clan is in a much stronger position.
They are, but they're slowly relinquishing a lot of map control. Now, Crystal here, the moment he gets taken down, the moment Nico realizes no one there, it's going to be huge. But coldzera finding Zen, that's going to call for the play here. If both of them get taken down, it's going to be rough, but Nico's going to find Crystal, and the information conveyed. They haven't dropped on down, and it's going to be Madden who's going to actually get the kill. And he won't be expecting rain, is he? He's going to clear it out, though. That's a massive double kill from Madden. And now coldzera's nearby, but it's so very low, and it's a brilliant flashback at Madden. He even has time to turn back around, switch over to the Deagle, and catches Cold, dabbing away to glory. And it's now Bimas and Brokey, the 2 youngsters on the FaZe side. And I think they're just going to call this one a day and just give this round up.
And that's going to sting a little bit in the FaZe Clan camp. That was a nice setup towards Banana. Nicely done by Nico, getting the first frag. Also, at least selling the fake in the beginning, but Maiden, man, he just had that one under control. Maybe that's some preparation. Maybe that's just some insane sixth sense from the player, but he knew exactly where to look, and he did it. Opened up the round completely, and then I will say coldzera a little bit unlucky towards CT spawn. That flash was not really intended towards coldzera. I don't think he was aware that he was that close up, but as soon as he saw him standing right there holding his arm in front of his eyes, Maiden thought to himself, why not get a 3rd kill and win the round? Well done by him. Well done by GODSENT putting a 9th round to the game. You did not want to say it before, Blur, but I think we do have a game on our hand now.
Now I agree. Now I agree with you. One round away from tying things up. And
Look at that
this
right
was
there.
this was surprising from Rain, though. Was he so certain that Madden wasn't going to be checking him, right?
Must have been the case.
I really felt they would be holding that angle together, you know, just hold both the players hold the line, the trade happens immediately, and then a perfect flashbang. I just kind of feel like he threw a Hail Mary flash in Cold's era, unfortunately, completely blinded. Huge round from Madden, who had a pretty rough CD side, mind you, with an AWP of his, but looking pretty good here on the T side with the AK-47. However, for the side of FaZe, they do have the utility to work with. Rain looking hungry, but he's going to get caught on out Crystal. Now it's his turn to shine, finds 2 kills, and now it's all on Brokey, and is getting hounded back by the side of GODSENT. He's got a smoke to keep him at bay for now, but look at Crystal continuing to hold double, just pushing further. Brokey, you just got to relinquish the B bomb side. The call's been made. They're like, just hold on to your guns. There's a hope going for this, and GODSENT, pimp, out of nowhere, they've come alive. And they've basically given FaZe a taste of their own bitter medicine.
Yeah, this was exactly what I feared when we went into this CT side. You said it yourself, right? You expected FaZe Clan to just pump it out there and keep the pace up. But when you play the CT side of Inferno, if you're met by aggression, your own aggression will most often, you know, not be as successful as it can be on other maps, let's be honest. Inferno is a map where it's super tough to be aggressive on the CT side. There's a very few limited options where you can do it and how you can do it. Banana, of course, is one of the areas, and as you saw right here, Crystal was well aware. And at some point, I think FaZe Clan will have to realize that they just have to sit back exactly like GODSENT did in the first half and then play it defensively. And that's where I want to see FaZe Clan, if they have that second dimension to them. We know them to be a strong team, especially when they're playing fast, especially when they're playing aggressive Counter-Strike. But if they can also master sitting back and being a bit more defensive and playing, you know, crossfires and playing as a team, that's when we get to see FaZe Clan up on the very highest level of Counter-Strike. So I guess that will have to be the adaptation for them coming in. I would be very surprised if we're not going to see a more defensively playing FaZe Clan in the upcoming rounds. That being said, though, GODSENT keep on going, keep on putting on the pressure. You now evened out the game 10-10, won 5 in a row, and if I'm FaZe Clan, if I'm their fans out there sitting in the Twitch chat, I would be a bit scared that we may have a game on our hand.
Yeah, definitely 5 in a row. Haven't dropped one yet. Albeit, 3 of the rounds they won were a pistol and 2 anti-eco, so you do have to take that with a little bit of pinch of salt. Let's see what they have in store for us here. This B bomb side has been a problem for FaZe. I mean, so many times where they've had the advantage, you had 3 players even at one point in time, but still, GODSENT able to hammer their way home. That's a chunky nade. That is massive. Zen down to 49, Sticko at 58. It's very good early damage being dished out by Nico and Rain. It's going to be a faster hit. This is pretty much a FaZe recreated, but this time around, Nico with the spray finds 2. He's going to push on out further, looking for more, getting a little too over-eager perhaps, and he's going to get taken down. It's all on Rain right now, and they are very aware of his position, Pimp. They have an inkling where he might be, and he's getting hounded, needs to rattle off a shot.
Oh.
Great little flick there to find Madden. I thought it was done for, but he finds the kill. Bomb goes down. At least FaZe have the man advantage as they go in for this retake.
Such a nice kill from Rain, giving them a much better chance of being successful with this retake. That being said, though, Farley in a good position right now. Question is, does he have the balls in order to stay here, right? He should know that there could be pressure coming on from Banana. At some point, he'll have to fall back, and I think that's exactly what Brokey is aware of. The flash coming in from the teammate. Nicely done by him, and now the retake will come in full force. Half of the bomb timer has already ticked down. They have to be fast now. They have to go in. Farley cannot connect the first one. Stuko in a 1 versus 3. Finds the first one. Cannot find Coldzera. Question is, do they have a kit? They do. Coldzera is going to defuse the bomb. It's going to be close, isn't it? Oh, no. Oh, he just about got it right there for Coldzera. That was super close. Nice retake by FaZe Clan. Nicely done. Good flashes for each other, but that was down to the narrow. I don't think there was much more than 0.01 second left on that bomb.
I don't even know how the hell they managed to get the defuse. That was so very close. I thought it was a dunzo. I thought he didn't get the defuse. But FaZe, skin of the teeth, they do survive. 11-10 now.
Super expensive round for them, but we got to see exactly what we were talking about before, bro. The fact that they had to sit back. Nico had to do a defensive role on towards that B bomb side. Was very successful with it, finding 2 kills with them for this time around, though. He's gonna try with AWP, gets flashed out, falls back. Nicely done by BMS. Finding a kill towards Stuku in middle. Brokey ready and waiting for another guy in middle. Also ready for number 2. Question is, can he get away now? Good flash from his teammate. Still haven't found a way out of here? Now he does, and there we go. A 5 versus 3 for FaZe Clan. Great opening right here. Successful with the aggression.
Yeah, especially Brokey surviving there is massive, right? A little unfortunate the trade didn't take place then as well. Unfortunate timing, the nade almost gets to kill his coldzera. Just massive cojones on the man to go for the white peak, finds Zen, and with that, Frolic and Crystal. And yes, they have a lot of money, Pim. They have strongest 5 rounds in a row, and many of those rounds were very convincing as well, so they're looking pretty good. But FaZe Clan, have they finally woken up is a question here. If they can win this one without taking any more casualties, that's massive. They can slowly start to build up a little bit of an economy here. But now Crystal and Frolic, the in-game leader, the latest addition to this team, what could they possibly do in this scenario? 30 seconds, not much time to work with, no map control whatsoever. And I think they've gone for the right call here. They're just going to hold on to these guns for the next round.
And that is Counter-Strike right here for you. If you're sitting out there on the Twitch TV channel and you're watching a professional Counter-Strike game for one of the first times in your life, this is how crazy a game can be. We are talking a split second the round before from coldzera, getting that bomb defuse and not getting it. The following round, well, they win the aggression, they win the duels, and all of a sudden FaZe Clan find themselves in a very comfortable position, putting on 12 rounds to the board and now building up an economy as well. Counter-Strike is a fantastic game in the sense that it always goes back and forth, and it's the smallest details sometimes that determines whether you win or you lose. Great job by the two youngsters of FaZe Clan. We saw it right here. Bimas and Brokey finding the 2 opening kills for FaZe Clan. Now question is, can they continue it? coldzera had a strong CT side so far, I'd say. Probably better on the T side, but still more in store for us. GODSENT though, not out of it, still with a decent economy behind them as well. Looks like they want to go for an aggressive play towards middle.
Oh yeah, they are indeed. Brokey getting forced on back, but he's done the damage. Madden very low. I love that from Nico. Just spots the player out, doesn't really take the fight. He knows GODSENT are pushing in. They're taking matters in their own hands. This is so weird. 4 CTs, 3 on the bomb site, and 1 player, Bimas, the only man playing towards pit. And now they're going to be coming for the hit. They're not going to be expecting this. Brokey's going to find one, and they're getting slaughtered here, but coldzera on the side, they have no idea. They're not going to be expecting anything to play. Look at the trigger discipline from coldzera. This is godlike. 1, looking for more, but Frolic, he's going to get the kill. They still know where Bimas is. I really thought Cole would get both the frags there. Pim, unfortunately, just finds the 1, and now it's a 2v2 post plant.
Farley and Stuko combining for a kill each, winning that round. coldzera, you said it, he was playing that perfectly fine, but you gotta give a lot of credit to Farley right here. Getting that kill with the Tech 9 on towards coldzera. Look at that, just an instant headshot, and also finishing up the round. He started out as James Bond in this game. He was 007. The classic 007, and now he's finding himself on 12-12. He's stepping it up, and he's showing his worth. That is exactly why GODSENT spent a lot of money buying out this Danish youngster from Copenhagen Flames. FaZe Clan still have the money to buy right here. Once again wins out the duel towards Banana. This kid is on fire right now. And Blur looks like... Oh, holy. He's all over the place right now. Looks like he's ready to play. FaZe Clan down 4 versus 5. This is not looking good anymore. If they lose this one, they lose money control. GODSENT will draw up the game, and at that point, I'd even say GODSENT are favorites to win Inferno.
How is Nico alive? How is he still alive at 2 HP? At this point, I found Nico. I'm just running back, not even on the slide. Like, I head to construction, just pray to whatever gods I believe in that I stop getting harassed. He's got wallbang, Molotov, naded, and he's now on 2 HP. And I agree with you, GODSENT, they're not going to just go down here without a fight. They want to take it to map number 3, which I do believe is going to be Dust 2. And at least based off what we've seen so far here, I believe Dust 2 is going to get very messy indeed. What is going on? Range is relinquishing the B bombs. Are they going for the save already? Looks like they are. They're just like going for the A stack, and yeah, Range probably is going to go for a spray to the smoke, try to hopefully find a frag. If he doesn't, that's going to be the call for the save. They're going to save the 4 rifles, and I do believe that's the right call, Pim. Nico at 2 HP as well. That's
a great call. And again, a lot of players out there, a lot of new guys to the stream may think to themselves, hey, why are they saving in 4 versus 5? It's a smart decision when you look at the economy. Next round, they cannot afford anything if they don't save this one. If they save all 4 players, though, they're going into the next round with a full buy once again. So they're basically giving themselves another chance of winning the buy round, winning the economy game. The only problem when you make a decision like this is that you allow GODSENT to survive 5 players, which builds up their economy even further. So it is a bit of a gamble there, I say it, but it's a smart decision from FaZe Clan. If you believe that you're the stronger team, if you believe that you need the guns, if you need the utility in order to successfully have a strong CT hold, you take that save, you take that loss, and it's a very mature decision made by FaZe Clan. I like to see it. They're showing they're not that one-dimensional as we always think, right? It's not only about holding the W, rushing around. They have some brains in that team as well, and of course they do. Some of the greatest players to ever play the game is sitting on that side. So another full buy round, 12-12. The game is completely even, Blur. If you had to put your money somewhere right now, where would you go?
Look, only on this map right now? Yeah. GODSENT are somehow forcefully changing my mind. They just build up this momentum that they're just rolling with. And despite a couple of rounds going the way of FaZe, coldzera though, I say something and he shuts me up. 2 huge kills, and look at the damage being dealt to Crystal as well. And despite getting the kill in Rain, he walks and not completely unaware where Frolic might be. That might have been a crucial mistake. It's a 3v3 now. Nico down to 25 points of health. Brokey all alone with the op towards that arch area. If he gets his kill, it could be big, and that's a bomb down. That is massive. Zen dropping the bomb and dropping the ball as well. This could be the round right here.
It could. Brokey, though, in a good position. Bomb is down. A good smokes come in from GODSENT right here. A great Molotov from BMS again. He may only sit on 13 kills, but they've been super impactful. That one right there, that's maybe a bit of a heated decision coming out for the duel. Tries to go for the spray through the smoke, puts down Farley to 17 HP. Now he's well aware where he is. He picked up the bomb, but at this point, that doesn't matter. All FaZe Clan have to do is play the bomb site, play the time. Farley should not be able to do anything about this round, especially considering that he has no utility, no Molotov to flush any players out, no smokes to cover any angles. He has to go for the duels. And he's only at 17 HPs. Have a strong T-side so far. And that shot, unfortunately, didn't connect for him. And that puts up FaZe Clan to 13 rounds. So to the people out there maybe wondering, why did FaZe Clan save the other round? I guess the answer is right here for you. They gave themselves another shot of winning a round, putting on pressure towards GODSENT, and they were successful with it, especially because of coldzera and the aggression down towards mid.
Oh, will that continue though, right? It just been so back and forth. At this point, I feel it's almost impossible to call this one. And frankly speaking, Pim, I don't know about you. I want to see Dust too. I want to see how it's going to play on out. You look at Nuke, you look at Inferno, more tactical maps, but hold on. Crystal's playing a game of the floor is lava, and he will survive at 25 HP. He will make his escape as well. Right before a barrage of nades was being tossed in by FaZe Clan. He could have been caught out there, but he survives on 4 points of health. And Nico has aggressed out, playing right behind the mini wall. Now Frolic is going to line it up. And left clicks. There we go. Gets Rain. And now Nico. It's all on him. They know where he is. Tosses the smoke. Not expecting Madden to be so close. This could be the round here. Unless the players are holding the line. They hear a smoke hit his feet. coldzera. So unfortunate. He gets the 1 kill. But that's about it. I think the round's done. FaZe will have to save the 2 players here. BMS and Brokey hold on to their rifles. They have a little money in the bank. But can they hold on? Because the hunt is already on Sticko, on the lurk, floating towards the apartments area. The thing is, Pim, if both of them survive, both BMS and Brokey can drop a couple of guns onto Rain and coldzera, and Nico can buy for himself. But if one of them die, and I jinxed it completely. Now, Brokey left alone. Oh, this is looking rough indeed.
Yeah, you're spot on about the economy. I do think they'll still go for the buy if Brokey is able to save. It'll be one player, maybe playing with an MP9 or something like that. That's a nice shot by Brokey, giving himself another shot of staying alive. There's going to be pressure, though, from all sorts of angles. You also have to look at the GODSENT money. They cannot afford to die. 2 more players right here. That's going to put on too much pressure on their economy. That's why they're not going for the full hunt right here. Brokey trying to stay alive in the smoke. He's doing it so well. And I think he does not get away with it. And that is a disaster right there. Look at the money. Still, there's a decent amount of loss bonus on the CT side. But if you buy up now, you're also saying to yourself, okay, we buy up, but we're not going to have full utility. So do we take a small buy, maybe an MP9, armor, deagles and stuff, and then make sure you buy up fully next time? I think that's exactly the decision FaZe Clan is making, but there we go. Bim is the only one playing a FAMAS in this round, the rest of them pistols and armor. So the fact that he didn't survive right there, that changes the outcome of this potential buy in round number 27 completely. This game is super fun to watch, Blur, and I definitely do agree with you when you say that you want to see Dust too, especially between these 2 teams. Now, Brokey aggressive towards middle, trying to lurk through the smoke, doesn't find anything. Counting his lucky stars. Aggression towards Banana didn't work out. Maiden finds a kill through the smoke against Nico. He's been super well playing against these smokes. Also on Nuke, he was doing that all the time. Now Rain takes a gamble, sits in the smoke. Looks like Maiden, he's well aware.
Yeah, I think he's got like 7 kills already through the smoke. He has just not cared about the smokes whatsoever, right? And I agree. I mean, like, yeah, I want to see Dust 2. I really wanted to see Dust 2 right now, the way this is playing out. Bimas trying to be a little cheeky, holding a little bit off angle, but the double peek comes in. Okay, Cold. Good night, Madden. But it's done his job. It's all on Brokey. Young Brokey on the A-bomb side, all by his lonesome. He finds one, doesn't pick up the AK-47, has to reposition himself, and he's getting hounded by the 2 players pushing in. He gets a tag on his stick but doesn't get the kill, and it's all on Cole to save his AK-47 into the next round. Now, money will be there for FaZe, but the way GODSENT's playing at the moment, it doesn't look like they're in any danger of stopping anytime soon. They want to take this map, they want to get those 16 rounds and push it to map number 3. And for FaZe, consider it was a 10-5 half. Like 10-5 on the T side, and somehow it slipped out of the fingers. And this game right now is poised on a knife's edge.
It sure is. GODSENT able to survive 3 players. That's going to be good for their economy. Still, though, haven't really built it up as it's been some relatively close rounds. So if FaZe Clan were able to string not only 1 but 2 rounds together, that will be it for GODSENT. No more money in the bank, so this game is still super, super close. Only 1 round between the 2 teams. And after watching that first half, you saw FaZe Clan up 10-5. You were thinking, this is over. There's no way they're going to throw this one away. But with FaZe Clan, you never know. It's one of the most interesting, one of the most fun teams to watch play Counter-Strike at the moment. So definitely understand why you guys tuned in to watch this one. Still haven't made a single tactical timeout, if I'm not mistaken, throughout this game. And I gotta say that I will allow myself to be a bit critical over. You know, I know Yanko can talk throughout the entire time since it's online, but still take a timeout, break the momentum, talk it all over. Make sure to spend that time. You have 4 timeouts available, so why not use them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I do believe we should hopefully get Yanko for the post-game interview, right? Win or lose, and I'm very definitely curious to hear his thoughts as to why they haven't really gone for any timeouts. But that's neither here nor now. Crystal walking in dry. He has a drop. It's going to be Nico caught out in the open, but the trade doesn't come in here. He's taking a bit of damage. Rain getting hounded down as well. Both of them on 46 points of health. So much damage being inflicted there by Crystal, the German in-game leader. And with that, GODSENT now rotating back towards the mid area where there is a crossbar setup. Cold Zera and Brokey with the AWP holding the line, the final barrier between the A-bomb side and GODSENT.
Coldzera had a strong night so far. Can he find the first one? He can. Doesn't find the second one. Brokey does though. Finds a kill. Gets back on towards the side. Well played by the youngster on FaZe Clan. Smokes himself off. Goes for another kill through the wall. Absolutely fantastic by Brokey. Backup coming in from Bimas. And now it's a 1 versus 2. Stuko has the bomb in hand. Has a smoke. Puts it down straight away. And the aggression is coming in straight off the bat from FaZe Clan. Stuko is well aware though. I think he heard him find the first break as well. Doesn't find Nico. Takes him down through the smoke. And as we were talking about, Blur, this game just keeps on delivering. 14-14, all even, and the money is not looking good for FaZe Clan. This is going to be a scrappy buy. Of course, Nico can drop one, but they're not going to have all the utility they want. That being said though, if GODSENT is losing this round, they will be out of money as well. 14-14, everything is at stake right now, Blur. This game, that's a good one. It's a really good one.
Yeah, 14-14. That's what you love to see, right? The AWP will be dropped onto Brokey. Yes, give that guy an AWP. The second shot is pure filth. Absolutely grotesque from the man. And despite getting taken down, good trades coming in and FaZe Clan, they hold on. And GODSENT, though, they still have some money in the bank. And I do believe if they lose this one, they can still eke out a buy. But yeah, it is looking quite grim indeed for the Swedish org at the moment for FaZe. I do agree with you, though. Their money scenario is even more dire than the side of GODSENT. If they lose this one, it could be just pistols and armor coming into what could be the final round of the game. And the nade doing a lot of damage. Perfect flashbang. Nico burns Madden alive. It's all in Rain right now. He's all alone. There's no one nearby. And he's going to peek or not. He finds Crystal. Bomb drop. Molotov on the bomb as well. He's doing his very best to keep the T's at bay. Tossed in the smoke as well. This is complete chaos now. But the reinforcements have arrived. And this is going to be the final hit. Rain finds another one. But he quickly gets traded by Farley.
Coldzera in a good position right here. Goes down to Farley. What a shot by the newest addition to the GODSENT roster. Bringing out the AWP and puts it to the face of Coldzera. Unfortunately, he cannot hit the second one. We now have a 1 versus 2 again. Stuko, it didn't work out the last time around. You have another shot to make it for GODSENT. waiting for the bomb to be tapped now. Does he go for it? He plays it ice cold or what? Does he go for the duel? He does go for it. Finds the first frag. Well aware the second guy is not defusing. 1 versus 1 now. Against Bimas. Only has a FaMAS. No smoke, no nothing. Doesn't stick it. Has to win out the duel. He cannot find the kill. And that's going to be Stuku winning the round of what? Right here. Loses out of the duel. Is there time for it? No.
No.
There is not. It's going to be GODSENT going up 15-14. Rain did everything he could in his power to win this round for them, even getting a second kill from that position. That was so well played by him. But Farley, with that AWP shot, that completely turned around the tides for this round, allowed Stuku to get in a good position and win a fantastic 1 versus 2. 15-14 Blur, and money not looking good for FaZe Clan.
I'm still wondering where I think it was Bimas had gone to there.
We had it, a timeout. Would you have thought?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, better late than never, right? I'm still surprised why in that 1v2, yeah, they might have peaked. I don't know why they split apart there. They might as well try the luck, before Sticker to go for the peak, and then, they could have gone for the immediate trade there. But I guess they were still very unsure where Sticker was. So rather they would have cleared out the bomb side before they went for the bomb tap, perhaps. So many ways they could have played their 1v2, but I get the pressure got too much for them. And interesting stat, he has 558 kills in his career before today. That's not much, actually, Pim.
It's not a lot. It's less than matches I've played, I think. Far less.
Yeah.
Far less. That's crazy. He's doing a good job so far. He's been playing absolutely stellar. I don't think you can blame him for anything. We'll have to see if he had more to say in this game. He is the only player with an M4 enhancer. They're also giving him a lot of responsibility. It's not like he's being told to drop that to Nico or CodeZero for that matter. Cold, what if FaMAS finds the first kill? Nice shots on towards Crystal. There's no refrag coming in. I'm not sure why they're so disjointed right now. Another flash comes in though. Pushes CodeZero into an unfortunate position. Those are flash. Stays alive. Goes for a duel, but goes down to Maiden. 4 versus 4.
Brokey peering out around the corner. Timing is great. 2 double body shots from the Deagle. He doesn't pick up a weapon though, and that's going to be the call for GODSENT to go for the hit. They're going to be waterfalling out, but Sticko clotheslines Brokey with the AK-47. Are they aware of Bimas' position though? He's got the M4, he's got the kid, he got a couple of flashes, and they have no idea where he is. He can hear the footsteps, Pimp, and he's going to avoid the flash. Still holding the line. Finds one, looking for more. Switches to the AK-47 at the worst time possible, and that's the immaturity in the player coming out to play there, leaving it all in Rain in a 1v2, MP9 in hand. He can still clutch his one out. Pim is slowly creeping up. He knows where Farlig is, but Farlig is going to come out on top, touches it out, and that is going to be the round and the map going the way of GODSENT. Woo!